What's up, everybody? I'm John Vaughn, founder and CEO of Tier 5. Welcome to another episode of the Tier 5 Partner Spotlight. In the Tier 5 Partner Spotlight, what we basically do is we spotlight our Tier 5 partners. Imagine that. So we bring in our Tier 5 partners and we essentially talk about them, what they do, how they got into the Tier 5 partnership, and essentially how they're leveraging it in their business and how it's actually helping them. I'm here with my beautiful wife and business partner, Ankita Nandi.
Hey everyone, so today we have Derek Johnson in our partner spotlight meeting, and he is a father of one lovely kid. He has been a partner for the last 2 years, and he quit his job like during the most uncertain times last year, 2020. He quit his job in corporate accounting and he went full time with his business. So now he is actually working on a new business, which is called Legendary Leads, and he helps other business owners, entrepreneurs with their marketing, help them to create marketing automation. So he has a crazy story going on, and I think it's better to hear it from his own mouth. So let's welcome Derek Johnson. Hey Derek, what's up? How is it going?
Going great. Happy to be here on a Wednesday with you guys.
So you wanna kind of introduce yourself?
Yes, please introduce yourself.
Of your story.
Yeah, so I got connected with you guys really on Facebook, watching John in different groups and stuff. Started kind of following what you were doing. I was in the affiliate marketing space a little bit at this point, and saw some of the offers you had, started trying out your software, and I was like, wow, this is pretty amazing. And then you were promoting your partner program. So I was like, all right, so there's an option. And then you put out a crazy offer, which I jumped at. And since then, I kind of switched from focusing on affiliate marketing to really getting into software. And from software, once I had some kind of residual income built up, I really shifted to doing software and adding services to that.
I'm curious because you didn't mention anything at all about your rapping career. You have a freestyle you can give for us right now?
No, I don't. So the rap career is probably like 2 years dead. I might try to revive it at some point, but I do have a catalog people can check out. If you go to rarebreediowa.bandcamp.com, you guys can check out my rap stuff.
So what about your youth? I mean, what
about your childhood?
What did the young DJ want to be? Did he want to be an astronaut or a serial killer or what?
Well, he kind of wanted to be a rapper. He kind of wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I grew up in a small town in Iowa called Sac City. Lived with family. My grandma was in the same town. And from there, we kind of moved around a lot. Somewhat unstable childhood. But once I got to Waterloo, that was kind of my home base from third grade on. And then I started getting into music a little bit, started writing my own songs. And that was kind of a dream for a little bit. And then I realized I'm pouring a lot of work, effort, and passion into this. And at the end of the day, it's not bringing any kind of results. So I got into other stuff like real estate and went from there.
So your background, you used to be a CPA, right?
I wasn't a CPA. I got my bachelor's in accounting. So I worked in a factory for 10 years. And after that, that got me into real estate because I wanted to get out of the factory. I was making good money in the factory, but working 12-hour shifts, getting covered in coolant and oil and working third shift, not being able to sleep with my wife at night really wasn't a good situation. So they had a college tuition program where they would pay 2/3 of our tuition. So I took advantage of that, got my degree in accounting, and then left that job eventually for a corporate accounting job.
So now what would you say, if you were to give yourself like a job title, like, hey, this is what I do now, because you left accounting for good, right?
Yep.
What would you say your job title is now?
I would say digital marketer. So I do things like I build sales funnels for people. I run ads for them on Facebook. I set up automations, connect all their tech and integrations like email autoresponders. I work with Chirply to set people up with text message marketing, things like that.
So you did not have any background in marketing or whatsoever, right? You did your accounting, you were in a job, like you were doing a job in corporate accounting, and then you quit that job, you decided to go full-time and you learned everything on the way, right? You did not have any background in marketing or a degree in marketing, right?
Nope. Everything I learned was either from Russell Brunson or John Vaughn.
So basically you started from scratch as in like when you say that you are a digital marketer. So you started from scratch and now you are, this is your second business that you are actually, going, like you're going to start, right? Because you had Try Johnson and then now you are into legendary leads that you are calling your business, right?
Yeah, so Try Johnson Marketing is the business. I think of legendary leads like a brand that I want to build, so people can like recognize it aside from me. And eventually I want to, be able to promote the brand, bring on employees who would like to work for the brand and like take some pride in what they're doing and stuff like that. So that's kind of my goal with the legendary leads.
So you've been a partner now for almost 2 years, a little bit over a year and a half. How are you using the Tier 5 partnership and Tier 5 software in your business? How is it that you're using it? How's it helping you?
The growth tools have really helped me. So I was just like a regular person on Facebook and I had 600 friends or so. And then you guys came out with the Chrome extension called Friend Connector, which allowed me to actually connect to people who I knew would be a good fit for what I was offering. And I'm really into real estate, like investing and stuff like that. So I know the space. And that's where I really decided to start to focus in the beginning to find clients. There's groups with tons of investors in them, and they're all kind of looking for solutions. So I would go into these groups, connect with them automatically. I kind of optimized my Facebook profile so people would know what I was doing. And I would put out content showing them this is how I'm using these tools to actually automate or grow my business. And I really built up a solid following in the real estate space doing that just with Friend Connector. And I would also use Chirply in my demos. I'd say text demo to 319-250-6868. And you guys can see how this works. And if people did that, it would send back a text message. It's not taking up my time. And then the IVR would go out as well. So it would give them options. Some people could sign right up, get a special deal. And then implementing this in their business became something I would do as well.
So you said before you were kind of into affiliate marketing. I'm curious, can you kind of go over, from your perspective, the difference between traditional affiliate marketing and the Tier 5 partner program, the pros and cons of that?
Yeah, so with affiliate marketing, you don't have really skin in the game. But the drawback of that is you're getting 30 to 40% of something instead of 100%. And also you're having to wait 30 to 45 days to get your commission. That's if they assign them correctly to you, because there's lots of issues with affiliate marketing actually tracking your sales for you. With the partner program, you're kind of getting access to the actual license of the software. So you can kind of do what you want with that. So you can create your own cart, create your own offers, and keep 100% of the revenue. So that's the big difference to me. Yeah, it gives you more control, and actually it's more of being a business owner rather than promoting someone else's product.
So do you use any software as like a lead magnet or a customer acquisition product?
I kind of use Link Wizard like that because everyone needs to track their marketing across different channels, and it gives you some powerful tools like being able to add your Facebook pixel right to your link. So a lot of people will create Facebook groups and add members to the group to develop their community. But when you're sharing those groups, it's a link. It's not like a web page. But if you create a Link Wizard link with a Facebook group in it, you can add the pixel right to that. So you can actually retarget all your group members more easily. So that's kind of one lead magnet that I use. There's a couple other ways I get people in, but.
So would you say that Tier 5 software, is that like a front end offer for you? Is it a core offer? Is it like an intro offer to sell people other products and services? Or where does it kind of sit in your value ladder?
Like, how are you using when you are selling?
Yeah, it started as my core offer. Like that was what I was focusing on, is getting people on the software. And now I'm kind of growing my business along with the software. So it's become either a lead magnet as well, or kind of bulks up my offerings. So when I offer like ad services and funnel services for clients, now I have this toolkit back here that I can actually increase the value of my service offerings as well. So I'm kind of building the value ladder as I go, and hopefully it'll keep increasing in value as I increase my skills and can get people better results over time.
So now you have other services that you can offer people. You know, if they sign up to software, now you have more ways where you can go in and actually monetize those people.
Yep.
So I'm curious because you mentioned, and then I'll just ask this question, and then I'll let my wife ask her question. She keeps like trying to ask something,
yes.
and every time I'm just faster than her.
Exactly.
But so you mentioned before, you know, working in a factory, the late nights, the hard work, and I can totally relate to that because I worked in so many different factories, and I really hated it. And you know, then you had the job as a corporate accountant, and now you're also providing marketing services, and automation services, and funnels and stuff. So you're somewhat familiar with the concept of throughputs, right? Like, hey, I make a sale, I make some money, I get somebody to agree to buy something from me. Now I actually have to do some work. So I'm curious, how do you feel, on those throughput activities versus, when someone signs up and says, hey, I want your marketing service, now you got to go do work, versus when someone signs up for your software and you don't actually have to do anything for it at all.
Yeah, so that's the awesome thing about software is once you kind of set up your cart and the automation to set people's accounts up, it doesn't matter if you sell one account or 1,000 accounts, the work is the same. If 1,000 people came and signed up for my software today, I'm just going to collect the money. They'll get their username and password. Some of them might have an issue and email support, but that's about it. If 1,000 people come and sign up for my marketing services, I'm either going to have to turn some people away or try to hire people and deliver what I can on it. But that's the difference. So software set that amazing base for me. So it's like, here's 4,000 a month. with software coming in, now I can go out and do what I want and try to find the service offering that I like to provide to the marketplace.
I really think that was also a game changer for us because we used to be a service-based company and all we would do is sell software engineering services to other companies. And it was always like chasing down. It was always like, we're always in this loop of having to go and find a new client because we would go build their software would get built, it would get launched, and then now they don't need us anymore because they built their thing. So now we have to go find them. So we were like always doing this, like always looking for new clients. And then every time we got a client, I'd spend so much time and energy actually looking for clients. And then, it's like so much time, so much energy invested in that process. And then once I actually got the client, then the real work starts. Now I actually have to spend a lot more time. I have to spend a lot more energy. So when we transitioned to the SaaS model and the software as a service model, it really changed the game for our business because, when we got a customer, we didn't actually have to do anything anymore. Well, we've got a support team if they need support, but I no longer had to do anything. The clients would sign up, they would pay money, and then they would get, like you said, a username and password, and then we didn't have to do anything anymore. And then they would stick. Come next month, they're paying again. I still don't have to do anything. I just let them keep that username and password. And then what that enabled us to do is actually start bringing in all these customers that we didn't have to do any throughput, we didn't have to do any work, and then basically start cherry picking, and only, because we still provide services, and I think we'll talk about that in a minute, that, you and I have actually partnered on a software and what that looks like. And we have a couple other people that we're, as a service, we're building software for, but those people are just awesome. They're so easy to work with because now we've actually been able to go in and So is that something that you're planning on doing with your agency as well, or is it basically cherry picking or, the best people and offering them this higher level service?
Absolutely. So I have just a few clients right now and they're awesome to work with. I like what they're doing just as people. So I don't mind, working with them in that capacity. And that's what the kind of base of software revenue does for you, is once you have that solid base, like you said, people are paying every month just for access to the software. You can kind of cherry pick who you want to work with and level up your service offerings up here so that the people you want to work with will be attracted to the value of that service.
So how does your daily schedule look like? Like, do you get to spend more time with your family than you were when you were actually doing a job? Like, how does it look like? What do you do?
Absolutely. Yeah. So this year, with COVID and all that, we kind of planned ahead, and like at the end of last year, COVID hit and people were going crazy with school and kids were getting sent home sometimes. So we didn't want to deal with that drama. So we just planned for this year to have our daughter do online school. So she's been home with me, every day. I get to help her with her schoolwork. Sometimes we'll just go to the park. Sometimes we play Minecraft, just whatever it is. And then I'll do my marketing activities, client work and stuff like that whenever I feel like. Really, I don't have too crazy of a schedule, like regimented, but it's been really nice.
So outside of working for the factory, because I can totally relate to that. When you had your corporate, I know you don't work there anymore, so you can kind of say whatever you want because they can't fire you. But whenever you were working at that corporate, because that's a better job, it's higher paying than the factory work. You're not getting all fucking greasy and shit. You're not working for, most of the time, super uneducated people. But when you were working that corporate accounting job, did you have to get up at a specific time every day and set an alarm, make sure that you're up, and then get up, get ready, and start driving to work, and just like really think about your life? Like, man, I hate this drive. I don't really want to go to this place. I'm not really. Did you feel like that?
Yeah. So I actually didn't make as much as a corporate accountant. As an entry-level corporate accountant, they were paying me $48,000 a year. but in the factory I was making like 60 and had better benefits. So it was a union factory job. So it was really good on the benefit side, but it was definitely better work. And I had, less hours to do it in with better people on the corporate accounting side. But yeah, so I'd have to be in there every day at 7, and we would get off between 3:30 and 5:30, depending on if there's any extra work. Basically 40 hours was mandatory. It did get actually a little better when COVID hit because we were able to work from home sometimes. So that actually helped me. And I kind of planned ahead too. I bought a house like a block away from the office. So I don't like to commute or waste time doing things I don't need to. So I just bought a house right next to my accounting office. So that helped a little bit, but still the work was pretty stressful and there was tons of turnover. Like I got hired to a team with 5 people. Over the course of a year, everybody was gone except me. Even the manager of that team left. So it was really not a good environment. And they kept piling more and more work on me, like jobs tend to do. And at the same time, I was building my business, and it got to a point where I was like, okay, you guys can have this. I'm going to go do my own thing and sell usernames and passwords to people.
So now you're doing your own thing, and you don't have that. Like, do you even set an alarm anymore?
Yeah, because I got to get my daughter up. That's really the only reason. She has to be to school on time, and I don't trust her 100% to get up to her own alarm. But sometimes I'll go back to sleep after she gets up. So depends how I'm feeling.
So you have that freedom to actually go back to sleep or to get back to work, whatever you want. You have that freedom right now.
Yeah. Nap time is awesome.
So now you're kind of like, you're your own boss. You get to work on your schedule. You basically do, what you want, what you feel like doing, where you feel like doing. And I know the situation because, I run my own company as well. But for those people watching right now, those people, watching in the future, can you talk a little bit about, like, what's that like? Is it stressful sometimes? Like, do you sometimes feel like, man, I don't even know what I should be doing, or is it just fucking awesome all the time?
Yeah, it's definitely awesome most of the time. There is sometimes when you're like, what should I be doing to really move the needle forward? But I let inspiration hit me a lot of times. So I did that when I was creating in the music space. And that's when you get the best work done anyway, I feel like. Like at a job, people go in for 8 to 10 hours, but they're not productive for 8 to 10 hours. They might be productive for 2 of those hours. So as your own boss, you can kind of lean into those moments, get a crap ton of work done, and that will produce results like exponentially compared to if you were stuck somewhere in a cubicle or a factory. Well, a factory will get more productivity out of you because basically you're a little robot, like pushing buttons.
Yeah,
and they have a system timed out for each little step you need to take. Every minute's kind of documented so they know how many parts they can squeeze out of you. But that's a different story. But for the most part, it's awesome. I would say the freedom was really what I've been chasing since I got into real estate. And now with software, I feel like I found it.
So have you ever wished to quit and get back to the previous life again? Like has it ever happened to you so far when you are actually on your journey right now?
No.
Have you ever thought, fuck this, I'm quitting,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back to the factory.
Get a job, yeah.
No, but that is always an option. I mean, the worst case scenario for me was everybody else's everyday life. So the worst thing that could happen to me is I go back and get a job and I have the degree. I mean, I can get a job anywhere in the country if I needed one. But I really love the freedom that I have, love the choices that I've made that brought me here. And I really wouldn't trade it for anything.
Awesome.
Do you have more questions?
No, you can.
No, you have
You
more.
can ask.
So now you're actually, you're building your own software now. Actually we partnered together and we're building. You want to talk about that a little bit? Or is it too early to talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about it a little bit. So it's going to be for Instagram, and it's really going to help people grow on Instagram and also automate some of their processes.
Why did you decide? Why did you decide to build the software? I mean, you are partnered with so many software, right? So why did you decide to have your own software built and be the real, actually like the SashPreneur? So why did you decide that?
It was like the logical next step, I think. Being an owner of something after you've seen how it works is like the next progressive goal. And I wanted to own something, watch it grow, get people underneath it that support it, and kind of branch out as well. I feel like there's other projects I'd be interested in. So this was like an entry-level one. It seemed like low-hanging fruit almost, because there's a lot of people who could benefit from it, and it's just a useful tool that we're building. So
what is this tool about? Tell us a little bit more about it.
So right now, what it's going to do is it'll automate conversations for you on Instagram. You can use basically a keyword like demo or coaching, and that will actually, whenever someone DMs you on Instagram, it'll auto respond for you with a pre-selected phrase. Could be a link to something, or your phone number so people can click to call, stuff like that. And then we're going to build it out to actually help increase engagement, to let you track all your conversations, basically with a color-coded label system, hopefully, and keep things organized. We got plans for building in some canned responses. You can add notes to each person. Something that basically some people pay virtual assistants to do. This software would hopefully just take that process over instead.
So you said before that you're into real estate, like you're a real estate investor. So do you basically like buy and sell, like flip, or do you rent? Do you buy?
Yeah, I was a buy and hold investor. So we would basically find undervalued properties, whether it's on the MLS or other places, and we would buy them, fix them up a little bit, and then rent them out. So it's kind of a long-term plan. They would increase in value, and that's a somewhat passive activity too. There is some throughput, but once you have a tenant in place, and hopefully it's a good tenant, then you should be able to just kind of fix the property up over time. The property goes up in value, and the tenant's paying down the mortgage for you.
So our partner program is a little bit kind of like that, right? I mean, you do have to invest a little bit to become a partner, not near as much as you have to. I mean, nowhere near as much as you have to buy a house, even if it's an undervalued house. But the big difference is if the sink breaks in the house, you either have to fix it or you have to pay somebody else to fix it. If the sink breaks in the software, you don't have to do anything because we take care of that. If your tenant has a complaint about something, then you got to listen to them complain. If your software user has a complaint about something, you don't have to listen to them at all because they go directly to our support. But in your house, you can only put one family in there. Or if it's a duplex, you can put two. If it's an apartment complex, you can put. So it's like the software is kind of like an apartment complex with an infinite number of apartments that you can rent out to as many people. Like you never run out of apartments. So it's kind of similar.
So it's like the fourth dimension. Like we all see the third dimension. The software is an apartment building with a fourth dimension. once that space gets filled in the third dimension, whoa, there's some more space. Yeah, so that's a good comparison.
So you have anything else that you want to mention, or anything else that you want to talk about before we wrap up here?
I would just say, if you guys are new to the software space, definitely do some research on it. And the partner program is a great opportunity. I really started from basically no knowledge of software and marketing, and over just the course of a couple years was able to leave a pretty good paying accounting job and do this full time, have unlimited freedom to pursue whatever I want to do. So definitely check into it a little more if you're on the fence.
So one more question I usually ask before I forgot to ask you. If you were, with all the stuff that's actually included in the partner program, the networking, the meeting, the training, the coaching, the software that you get access to, the ability to resell it. If you could only pick one thing that you would say, hey, this is the best part about the partner program, and this one thing alone is more than worth the cost to become a partner, what would that thing be?
It's hard to really pick, because I think each one is worth the cost if it was an individual thing. But I would have to say, if I had to pick one, it would be the software, because that's what allows me to sell usernames and passwords. But without the training and support and the networking, I wouldn't be where I am today, I guess. But I would have figured out, slowly a way to get there with just the software, I think.
So if people want to, get in your funnel, or if people want to, network with you and connect with you, how can people get a hold of you, or how can people get inside the legendary leads world?
So they can text demo to 319-250-6868, or they can
250-6868.
Yep. And that's going to show them some really cool features of the software. They'll basically get a text message, and then they'll get an IVR call. So they'll see how both of those features work. Those things work for me amazingly. Basically, I have those set up in a few different places where it actually prevents me from having to even get on the phone, and people will just go through that and sign up and pay me money. So it's an awesome thing. You can also go to tryjohnson.com. That's TRIJOHNSON.com, and jump into the marketing automation toolkit. There's software in there, training, and that's a good place to start if you're just getting started.
So now, do you have any type of special offer if anybody wants to become a partner today?
I do have an offer. So I have a software they'll get access to, and some bonuses. It's basically a partnership that I sell for $197, and I'll also jump on a call with them. So I feel like that's the most value I can add, because I've been there and done that. And I've coached other people a little bit to actually how to do this as well. So I feel like just me jumping on a call, answering questions, pointing them in the right direction would be the most value I can add.
Okay. So is that valid for a particular time frame, or is that just like a forever standing thing?
Yeah, anytime. I mean, whether you sign up today or later, they can get access to that.
So I'm going to give a special bonus if you sign up in the next 24 hours using the link that's in the chat and in the comments. So if you sign up in the next 24 hours, I'm going to give you guys access to our software, Method Evan. It's like a chat bot and autoresponder for Facebook. The last price that I sold it to somebody at was $3 less than $1,000. So the last price that someone paid me for the software was $997. I'm going to give it to you for free. Well, I'm just going to include it in your plan. Should you sign up in the next 24 hours. So basically what you'll get, and I'll just go over this real quick for you. Basically what you'll get if you sign up to the partner program today I'll show you. And you can get started today for just $97 a month. So basically what you'll get is you'll get all this stuff. You'll get enterprise level software. You'll get the networking opportunity where you can actually meet and mingle and get to know all the other Tier 5 partners. They're all small business owners, entrepreneurs, online marketers. You'll get training and support from us. You're going to get access to our private groups. You'll get access to our weekly partner meeting. This is where we do networking, coaching, mentoring, training. We have these every single Friday. And this literally could be a 2 to a 5 hour meeting. Just depends on how much help you actually need. They're very, very valuable. You get access to collaborative software development. What that means is you'll have direct access to me and my wife and our entire company. And if there's, features and functionalities that you just really want to see in a software, you have direct access to us so that we can add them for you. And then you'll obviously get, passive income opportunities. And that's really the real beauty, like Derek said, of the Tier 5 partner program, where we allow you to actually resell our software, create your own offers, your own price points. You collect the money. We never see that money. It goes directly to you, directly to your bank account. You keep 100% of that. So the software that's actually included is you're going to get virtually all our software. You'll get RoboContact, and you can just go to the link that I sent you. It's in the comments. It's in the chat. You can go to that link and you can learn more about each software. But you're going to get access to RoboContact, domain leads, sticky reviews, Magic Zap, Invoicing You, Link Wizard. This is one of the softwares Derek mentioned that he uses as a lead magnet to just capture leads. You'll get access to Genius Pages if you want to build websites and funnels. You'll get access to Chirply. This is one of what you said was one of your main offers and what you're using to actually automate a lot of your sales process. This alone, we retail this software for over $2,500 a month. And then you're also going to get access to all these other softwares. You'll get access to ClickFunnels Page Cloner, Groove Page Cloner, Post Filter. Post Filter can really help you if you're doing organic marketing. Find exactly what you're looking for and find the people who are interested in your products and services. I use it every single day. Get access to Biggest Fan, get access to Friend Connector. Friend Connector will also help you make money online and grow your audience and fill your friends list with targeted leads. You'll get access to Post Profits. Also another amazing software I use every single day. You get access to Birthday Wisher, another software that can really just help you, start conversations with people and start the sales process. Also use it every day. You're also going to get access to Engagement Monster. And as a special bonus from one of our other partners that's in our partner program, who's also, been able to actually generate so much revenue from the partner program that he's built his own software now. His name's Ed. He's going to give you access to his software, Genius Messenger CRM. You'll also get access to that software. All right. And then if you sign up using the link that we actually gave you, Derek has some bonuses that you'll get to know about. He's going to jump on a call with you and help you. And then he's got some other software as well that's included that he's going to actually include for you. And then I'm going to actually include this software right here called Meth and Evan. This is like a chat bot for your personal Facebook profile. And like I said, the last price that we sold this software at was, for pretty much $1,000. It was $997. So you've got 3 different options whenever you sign up. You can take our monthly plan. That's $97 a month. And that's going to actually give you 3 accounts on each software. So when Derek was saying that, hey, I can sell this software and keep 100% of the revenue, those are your agency accounts that you're able to actually sell. So you can get started, for just $97 a month, you can get 3 agency accounts. Keep in mind that we sell Chirply for, up to $1,000 a month. I actually had somebody just while we were on this call, I got a notification from Stripe that one of my customers that pays $1,000 a month actually just renewed their subscription. So you'll get 3 accounts on each software. That's more than enough for you to actually cover the cost, your investment into the partner program, and actually start making money. Once you run out of accounts, you can always upgrade and get more accounts. Or you can take the yearly plan. The yearly plan is basically 97 times 12. We don't give you any monetary discount for paying in full. What we do give you is extra agency accounts so that you can actually sell more accounts and make more revenue. Or you can take our lifetime deal that's a one-time payment, and that is $5,820. With that, you're going to get 15 agency accounts, which is more than enough to actually make your money. And if you sign up again within the next 24 hours, I'm going to give you access to Meth and Heaven as well, included in your plan. You got anything you want to add to that, Derek?
I don't think so. It's a solid offer.
So I gave you guys the link in the chat. I also gave you guys the link in the comments. All right. So again, now this is like the real answer, not the fake answer. I appreciate you coming. Definitely appreciate you being a partner.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys and everything you've done. It's been an amazing ride so far.
Well, we're not.
Let's have some. Yeah, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Let's have some more rides.
Absolutely.
See ya.
See ya. Bye, Dave.
Good night, guys.
Yeah, take care. Bye.